Ooh, getting fine dining. Fine dining.
To official grand combo. O Finess. Load me up.
What's good, everybody? DJ TMac back here for another great hip-hop conversation. We got one of my good friends in here, Colorado native. This is my man O Finess here. And we're doing this interview a little bit more flyer than the previous ones we've done.
Yeah, you elevating, baby. I see you moving on up.
Yeah, man.
Doing big things.
This is our fourth conversation now.
This is.
Two was on the web. Now we got two in person in Colorado. First one at the studio. But yeah, we are at Blue Pan Pizza right now, the brand new location in Golden, Colorado.
Fire.
Fire. We're doing big things.
Yeah,
big
man.
things in music, big things in personal life.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, let's talk about it. What's been going on?
Man.
You know, in the last year and a half since our conversation.
Just staying busy, man. Staying really busy, staying consistent. You know, keep turning these different corners, elevating to these different heights, trying to push the brand, push the music, trying to get more creative with it. For us, like, still doing our cannabis thing, so I'm still in the garden, still growing, still loving that. Just had the opportunity to come back to Colorado from OKC. Was out in OKC for about 18 months with the cannabis. So I mean, it's a lot of new things going on, man. But it's been good, man. It's definitely been good, and it's cool because fortunately, you've been a part of the journey. So I just want to say thank you, man. Yeah, man. Thank you for always being here for us, supporting us. But you've actually been a person that's been a part of the journey from actually the beginning and just supporting us, man. So definitely want to give you your flowers, man, and your props and tell you thank you, man.
Appreciate it, man. It's awesome to like be tapped in to artists on the come up, you know? That's what something I love about music is finding those artists before they get big. So J. Cole came to my college with like 100 people in the gymnasium. Nobody was there to watch J. Cole perform, and now look at where J. Cole is. So
definitely.
That's one of the things I love about the music scene and tapping into music, finding new artists. And yeah, you've been elevating and growing a lot. So our last conversation was right after the Green Beret remix video shoot.
Yes, sir. So that's been a minute, man.
So since then, you became an official member of Pharaoh Music Group. Right?
Yes.
It was always a family thing, but it's super locked in official now.
Actually got signed, to Pharaoh Music Group.
Released Goldie and Slim.
Yes, sir.
Released Highly Cool.
Yes, sir.
Catalog is building up, man.
Yeah, man. It's been great, man. Had the opportunity to be a part of the Green Berets video with Moose. We had Moose and Flea Lord. Shout out to my cousin Eddie James. That was shot by Clever Schemes, Colfax Blues. After that, man, and we actually, so that was just kind of backtrack. We actually did that album in Oklahoma City, so the Prospect Lake album with me and Eddie James. Then we did Goldie and Slim in Oklahoma City as well with Mussolini. So, I mean, it was cool because we got to do two pretty cool albums there. Moose came out and stayed with me for about a month. About a month, maybe a little bit over a month, and it was cool. We was just all at the house, man, and it was it gave us the opportunity to really just sit there and just actually do an album together in person. We knocked it out maybe in like 4 days. But yeah, man, I mean, Highly Cool with Calico. We dropped that last year, August 1st. That was a big project for me. Calico's one of my favorite producers. I think we vibe and mesh pretty well together with the sound. So we dropped that, man. Got a chance to go to New York City, shoot some videos out there, man. And yeah, man, just been working, man, staying busy. So, you know, it's but it's been a good process, and I'm learning a lot in the process. But it's been fun.
What sort of things would you say like that you learned through this process about, you know, putting together more projects, traveling to do some videos? What sort of things have you learned?
I would say the main thing I've learned is that as far as artists, you need to always be staying busy. You need to always be creating. You always need to be staying busy because you never know when an opportunity presents itself. And like I said, you know, Moose he's a workhorse. You know, fantastic work ethic. He works really hard. So to be around someone like him, it gets you out your comfort zone. And I think that all artists need to come to that space where they're actually with maybe their peers or maybe some of their loved ones around them that pushes them out of that comfort zone. So with Moose, that was really important. I got a chance to do that with him when we did the Goldie and Slim album, but also when I went to New York, because it was basically, we got off the plane. You know, when you're working with Moose, you get off the plane, you go to a hotel, you drop your bags off, and then we're off to the studio. Yeah, so we're off to the studio, we're off to shooting. And I think for me, that changed the course of me becoming the artist that I wanted to be, because I was like, shit, I'm in New York City, and I'm sitting here, I'm around some heavyweights, and I'm doing it. You know, because it pushes you out your comfort zone, right? Another situation was in North Carolina. You know, you're at Jamlock Studios. You know, you're sitting right here. Ninth Wonder is right here. Like, you either do two things. You either sink or swim. So I made up in my mind at that point that I'm going to swim. That, you know what, I'm going to always stay ready for the opportunity, and I'm going to work. And then part of the learning process is just putting these projects together, you know, coming up with a formula how to put these projects together, how to get the proper arrangement, artwork, videos. So it's a lot to learn, but I think I'm finally, you know, I've been kind of doing this since, I'd say, 2018, so maybe 6 years in this process. But now I'm starting to get comfortable with an actual formula, how to convey what I'm trying to put out.
Your own formula for how you're putting it together and building it, and when you know you're starting, when you know it's done, you've practiced that process quite a few times by now. So like you said, you got your formula.
It's starting to make sense now.
Got your rhythm.
Yeah, it's starting to make sense now. Now it's starting to be like, hey, it's an order to it. You know what I mean? You got an order where you're going from one place, and you know the destination, but you know the little things, the little details that you have to do to get there. And you can, I mean, it's a learning process, right? So you continue to learn as you go, but it becomes, I think, I wouldn't say it becomes easier. It just becomes more manageable. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. You know?
You know what to expect. You know what has to be done, so more manageable. The more you do it. Nice. So with all that being said, let's talk about the reason why we're here today.
Yeah, man, let's talk about it,
Moore's Antidote, man. The new album released a couple weeks ago. Oof, it's a good one, man. You had a listening party before it was released at the Lab Studios.
Yeah, thank you coming for the listening party, man.
On, man. That was
an
event, man.
Shout out everybody
John
came
D.
out. Yeah, John D, man.
Boards.
Shout out John D, man. Shout out Clever. Even though I didn't get no videos from Clever yet, so we got to talk to him off.
We're gonna work on that.
Yeah, him and his lady came out, man. Shout out my man Manic. Eddie James was in the building. My man AR. Basement came out.
Face to Feet.
Yeah, Face to Feet came out, man. That was big, man. Shout out to Face to Feet, man. I really appreciate him coming out. It was a movie, man. It was, you know what I mean? It was a movie. My man Cole from Post Oak came through, brought us some food. So shout him out in Post Oak Barbecue for supporting us, feeding us. But yeah, man, it was a movie, man. It was a great time. We had we had a great time, man. It was epic, man. It was everything I thought it should be. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it was
man.
dope.
And you know, you talked about me being a supporter from the beginning.
Yeah.
I remember the album listening parties on IG.
Right.
Doing the IG listening sessions, and now we at a packed studio doing it.
Yeah,
so
we moving up, man. Like I said,
speaks to the elevation and going in the right direction, man. So, hey, you're doing it.
I appreciate it, man, T-Mac. Cool. I really appreciate you, man. Like, seriously, like, you're a good friend. You're a good person, man. You've always been solid with me, but I think the growth has been one of those things that you don't want to stay stagnant. So that it's important for me as an artist, and especially being an artist from Colorado, it's very important for me that any type of recognition that I get as an artist, I want to share with all my brothers and all my family around me. It's been with me. And then, you know how it goes. Sometimes you get into it with your people, you bump heads, y'all have disagreements. But at the end of the day, I think if you can hash those things out and smooth it out, you want to always keep the people with you that's been in the beginning. Because, you know, I'm about to take this shit to the moon, man. Like, I got really big plans of what I'm doing with my music and where I'm going. And who better with to share it than my loved ones, you know what I mean? So next listening party we do, it's gonna be crazy.
Going to the bigger studio.
Yeah, we're going to a bigger studio. We still gonna have John D with us though, but we're doing big things. You know what I mean?
Bring the people with you, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You have to. So you know, I just want to share these moments with my loved ones. Like most of the people that you will see around me, most of the people that I do music with, I have relationships with, and I try to keep. That's very important to me. I think sometimes with this you could start reaching a little bit too much, and that reaching will get you in some bad situations just from past experiences and things I've seen. You trying to do business or make things happen with people that might not be on the same page as you, or might not be as solid as you. They might not have the same respect for the game that you might have. And sometimes in those moments, that could turn into a bad situation. So most of the people that you see around me have been with me since the beginning of this. Mm-hmm. I try to keep people around me that's, genuine, people that's solid. So at the listening party, it was very good to see everybody that I have relationships with and people that I'm also building relationships with. But for the most part, man, just to see all my loved ones in one gathering, and we're all celebrating the album, and it was a good turnout, man. Like, cause I didn't know if it was gonna be like 2 people there, 3 people there, but we had a decent turnout. Man. It was like 20-some people there.
Yeah, it was packed in there.
Yeah, so that made me happy, man. So I was like, yo, this is what's up, man. People actually came out to support me and support the movement, support what Feral Music Group and News is doing. So that's important for me, man.
Feral Music Group. Been on a winning streak.
Yeah, man. Yellow Bones,
News
man.
Entertainment.
Been on a winning streak. You know what I'm saying? Come on, baby.
All right, let's get into the album a little bit then.
Let's talk about it.
Fully produced by 2 Official.
Yeah, so the whole entire album is produced by 2 Official except 2 tracks.
Okay.
2 tracks was produced by a young brother by the name of 15 Grams, and that's gonna be Your Pimp's Dialect and Shanahan's. And the way that went about, I had his beats for maybe a couple years now. But they kind of just slid through the crack, and his music, they were just so dope. The songs were just so dope. I was just like, man, we kind of just gotta lead these on the project. So we came to one common mind, one collective thought. We was like, yo, we just gonna lead these on the project. But shout out to 15 Grams for 15 for Pimp's Dialect and Shanahan's, and then the rest of that entire album was produced by my man 2 Official out of Chicago.
How'd you get initially connected with 2 Official?
Man, me and 2 Official, man, we kind of just on the gram, man. I think, man, that I think when you're working and you staying busy, I think certain people will see you and be like, yo, man, dude's, he got something to him. And me and him, we kind of just kind of hit it off, man, kind of talked a little bit. He shot me a beat that we actually put on Goldie and Slim. I don't know if you heard that one, but it's actually the self-titled Goldie and Slim song.
Yeah.
So that's actually 2 Official. I was going to keep that for Horror's Antidote, but again, like I say, man, you start working. We was in Oklahoma City, me and Moose, and when we started working on the Goldie and Slim project, I was just playing some joints, and I played that. Moose was like, yo, Moose, yo, P, this is crazy, you know what I mean? So we was like, yo, we just want to put this on Goldie and Slim. So that was the first joint that we kind of hooked up with, and he was just sending me packages. And then, as we finished up with Goldie and Slim, and it was kind of like a boomerang effect because we dropped Goldie and Slim in May of last year, and then right after that in August we dropped Highly Cool. Yeah. And then I kind of was just chilling in that time, but I was just chilling. I was actually working on the Horror's Antidote. And we had been working on a few songs that we had lined up, but when we start putting it together and putting the songs together, getting all the features tightened up, getting the artwork, doing things of that nature, just shot a video for it. So, I mean, yeah, it took us, that's how we kind of, just through the internet, it's kind of how we developed the relationship. But like I said, man, everybody that I do music with, I try to develop some type of friendship or relationship, just so, if things ever need to be talked about, we can actually sit down and speak about them like adults.
Have
versus
an open, honest conversation.
Open, honest conversation versus being like, well, fuck him, nah, you know what I mean? Like we trying to keep things professional.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. I think everybody should always be compensated for their time, for their work, for their effort. So, and even with your friends, you know what I mean, right? You want to support your friends. You want to make sure that you put some money in their pocket so they can continue to do what they're doing. So we're not on it like, yo, hook me up, discount, homie shit. We trying to be professional and make sure that everybody's able to continue moving, right? Because if I need to go, get a video or get some editing done, I could go up the street to Joe Blow, or I could go to my bro and just be like, yo, man, you know what? You do this for me. Put the money in his pocket.
Yeah.
That keeps him moving as well, right?
Yeah.
So it's a boomerang effect, and I think that's important. That's important to me, you know.
So you brought up, you know, the first track that you worked, that 2 Official produced, that you worked on was Goldie and Slim.
Right.
On that track, one of the first few bars, you actually mentioned you're the horror's antidote.
Yeah, man. So I was, yeah,
So
man.
that
That's
was-
crazy.
that was
that
back
was going.
then.
That was
You
that.
were
Yeah, we was
starting the
I was
process.
taking them into it. You know what I mean? I was taking the people into it. Like, yo, me and 2 Official had already had that project. It was already set in stone. That was going to be the name of the project. It was a track produced by 2 Official.
Planting the seed.
So I wanted to bring that and just let them know I'm a horror's antidote. You know. So I came. What I say? I forgot, man. I got so many rhymes, man. TMac, but I had to hear them. Yeah.
It's a lot. We'll drop it in for
Yeah,
the
yeah,
people real
yeah,
quick.
yeah.
But let's talk about that title. Break the title down for us a little bit and how you came to that.
So yeah, man. So it's a crazy title. A lot of people here and they're like, oh, a horror's antidote. They just automatically go to the, you know what I mean, to the lifestyle, man, the underworld life, you know what I mean. But it's really on a different level for me, man, because you know it's always been on my mind heavy how minimum artists get compensated for their work, especially on Spotify, Apple Tunes, Apple Music, like some of these streaming platforms, man. You're getting a third of a penny per stream. You know what I mean? You know, at the end of the day, and it sounds cliche, but we are the whore. You know what I'm saying? We are the whore. We're putting in our time. We're putting in our effort. We're putting in our money. We're working our ass off. You know what I mean? You're taking, every time you put out a piece of creativity, this is taken away from you. You know what I mean? I don't know if people understand how important that is. When you put out some creative art form, what does it do to you mentally? What does it do to you spiritually? You're sharing something with the world. How taxing is that to the individual? So to me, I always looked at it like that, and I'm like, man, well, we are the whore at this point. Like, the artist has become the whore, but O Finess is the antidote. You know what I mean? Because I'm about to change all that shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm this year will be the last year that I'll be putting any music on any streaming platforms moving forward with O Finess. I'm not gonna be the whore no more. I'm the antidote. So I'm gonna continue to work on. I got some more projects, and we'll get into that further in the interview. But I got some more projects that I'm gonna be dropping this year. And after that, man, you know, you're gonna have to come to the website, man. You're gonna have to come holler at me. You know what I mean? You're gonna have to come see me, and it's gonna be worth it too, because I'm a very personable person. So I'll be doing one-on-ones with my fans, and I'll be sending them merch, and I'll be sending them gifts, and I'll be talking to them, and I have a little phone number that they can hit. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm not gonna be answering 24/7, but if they want to hit, you know what I mean? I have like an hour where we do open conversations with Finesse. Want to start doing a lot more things in the community. Me and Schemes have talked about this a long time ago. I want to do this project called Feasting with Finesse, where we're actually, you know, getting food and going out and not just handing out bags to the homeless people, but actually going out and sitting down and having a meal and just being like, yo, what's going on? So, I mean, yeah, connecting with the people, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's what the whole concept of the horror's antidote is about. Like, I'm the horror's antidote, you know what I mean? Like, and I think that's what we need to do, because if you think about it on a large scale, if every MC, every artist just said tomorrow, you know what, we're not streaming our music on these platforms no more. We're done. They don't exist without us.
It's true.
You know what I mean?
Very true.
But we became so whorish, right? Like we're mongers of attention. We're horror mongers for attention now. Like if you want to comment, you want to like that's the new crack. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just in a different lane. I'm having a different epiphany with my life. I'm having a different epiphany the way I want my career to go. This shit is very serious to me now. Before, I think when we first started, it was just like, you know, you getting your feet wet, you trying to figure out what you want to do. But now there's a point that I've been in the studio with legends, man. Pete Rock, Ninth Wonder, Ishmael Butler from Diggable Planets, Lash Bass, my brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've traveled. You know what I'm saying? I got outside of just the comfort of being in Colorado or trying to be like, I'm the hottest shit in Colorado. Like, that doesn't matter to me. And the people that I've been around, the artists and stuff that I've been around are just dope, talented artists. So at this point now, it's like, okay, now we're going to the next level. So the next level is me stepping, you know, I'm gonna step off the strip. You know what I mean? Y'all not gonna whore me no more for what we putting in. And I would encourage other artists to do the same. I would encourage people to, you know what I mean, stand up for, if you believe in something, if you're putting something out to the world and you believe in it as your art, I think it's very important for you to stand up for it and say, you know what, enough's enough. You're not gonna give me a stream, a third of a penny for and then think about how much money you put into it. You know what I mean? With studio time, you know what I mean? The mixing, the mastering, the artwork, the videos, shit, clothes for the videos, the process for it, the writing, the time. You know what I mean? So, don't you think you're worth more than a stream? I mean, a third a penny per stream. Don't you think that? So that's the concept with the Whore's Antidote, man. I'm definitely, you know what I'm saying, I'm the medicine to their sickness, because I'm finna step off that shit. And when I step off that shit, not coming back. You know, I might throw some singles on there here and there just to get some shit going and people can see it, but that'll be just to point them to the direction. Hey, go over here if you want to hear full projects. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
So,
and
yeah.
us as consumers, we need to support the artist when they do stuff like that too.
Right.
We can't just be like, oh, that's cool, he's doing it over there, or be disappointed that it's not on the streaming service.
Well, you're already paying for it though, right?
$13 for it, but like go directly to that artist, put money in their pocket, like you're talking about with your friends, like, you know, supporting the people that support you. So,
but and that's the whole concept. That's the whole thing with me. It's like you're already paying for it, so you're already paying these streaming platforms to stream their music every month. But if you say, you know what, that's one of my favorite artists. That's someone I want to see continue to flourish, right? I'm gonna go just, you know, instead of paying this streaming platform, I'm just gonna go over here and just buy O Finess. O Finess is out for $10. And because just think about it. If you even sell it for $10, it's still worth more than that third of a penny that you're getting for a stream. So us too, as the artist, you gotta kind of think outside the box too. You don't have to be trying to like knock nobody's head off for it. You don't. Oh, excuse me. You don't have to like try to like, yo, I need $100. You know what I mean? You don't have to really do that because you're still making more. You know what I'm saying? It's like that. It's like I tell people all the time, and I tell this to my young bros. I'm like, yo. You could sit here and frown at working at McDonald's, right, and make the little $15, $16 an hour, or you can go to prison and work for 60 cents a day. Which one you want to do? You understand? What you want to do? So I mean, it's just it's your train of thought. It's what you're thinking. It's what you're putting in perspective of your train of thought. See, people think, oh, I need $1 million. No, I don't need $1 million. I need more than that third of a penny, though. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna give me that. But hey, it's $10. Here, have it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I got a new single coming out. Hey man, it's $4. I remember back in the day, we go to independent records, you get the single for $2.99. You know what I'm saying? You got to go get the, you know what I'm saying? Yo, Nas drop a new single. We going, oh, he got the maxi single. Oh, it's $5.99 for the maxi single. We done got so caught up in money and shit. Like everybody's losing. They're losing the focus on what's the real part. The real part is moving the culture forward and keeping this shit alive that they're trying to take from us. That's important. And that's what's happening right now. They're trying to take our culture from us, bro. Like, they're really trying to take our that's a whole different conversation. Don't let me go off on that shit.
Yeah,
bro.
I hope y'all are listening,
you know what I mean?
right now, man.
But they trying to take our culture from
on.
us, man. They trying to feminize our culture, dismasculate our culture. They trying to take it from us. And they trying to put some bubblegum, lollipop bullshit with it, and they trying to call that culture. That's not culture. And I'm going to just speak my mind, homie, because enough's enough. And it's really like our babies and our kids is coming up behind us. Like, we're going to allow them to give them that.
Think that's normal. That's the standard when it's not. It's not. But you know what is the standard? Whore's Antidote, man. That's setting the standard, letting people know how it should be done, and there's a certain level to this. And you're reaching that level. You're going beyond the level, man. I mean, the vibes on this album, what you're talking about, it's a very well-rounded project. A little something for everybody on there. That's what I say. You got different vibes, very well-placed features.
Yeah.
The features are perfectly placed on those tracks. The sequencing of the album. I think you mentioned that you really were the one to fully sequence and put together the album, correct?
Yes, sir. Yeah. So this one, and again, this is my 5th solo project. I have Beluga Roll with my cousin Eddie James, Windsor James. I have Yikes with Clever Schemes. I got my Prodigal Son with my man Klepto, right? I got Highly Cool with Calico. Then this is my 5th project, solo project. This one was, for me, this one was really more hands-on with me, because I was able to be able, you know, with the other projects, I had a lot of brothers was with me, and we was all working together, and we was all putting our input in how we wanted to lay it out, where we wanted to place features, what features we wanted, what features we didn't want. Also, what beat selections, like some beats we were with, some beats we were like, nah, that's not it. But then with this one, with Horror's Antidote, I was able to be like, nah, I want to put this here, I want to put this here. I have more of, if that makes, I'm sorry, if that makes sense. I have more of a hands-on with this one, and just being able to put my features together the way I wanted, the beat selections, and it's kind of funny too because we with the album, I mean, I was like, man, we had 9 songs, and I was like, bro, we need another song. And Moose was always in my ear like, oh, you got to do something for the ladies. You got to do something for the ladies. So Two Officials sent me like 4 beats. Yeah, and then Yellow Bones. Yellow Bones. I heard that beat, and I was just like, oh, yeah, I like this, man. And it was a fun song, you know what I mean?
It's like a classic 90s.
Yeah, it's like,
it's
it's fun, right?
Yeah,
it's like
very
bringing
much
that
so.
hip hop back, you know what I mean? Like that LL Cool J Around the Way Girl type vibe, you know what I'm saying?
That's the Been on the Winning Streak one, right?
Yeah. So that was fun to do, but yeah, and that was the final and last song on there, man. And we definitely talked on arrangements. Two Official was definitely helping me on that, but I would just he kind of let me just do my thing though, you know what I mean? I was sure I actually had the album, I lined it up for him. I said, bro, this is what I came up with as far as arrangement goes. Sent it over to him, and then he listened to it, and he was like, yeah, that sounds solid.
Awesome.
And then man, we had Fredo, my man Fredo. Fredo mixes all my music, so shout out to Fredo. Big love to Fredo, man, because Fredo is one of those dudes, man, that he just gets it, man. He just gets it. And Fredo will keep you humble with this shit. He been doing it a long time, so he'll let you know. So Fredo, did his magic on it, man, and here we are, man.
What are do you have any favorite tracks, like 1 or 2 that might stick out?
Yeah,
that
man.
You're really rocking with right now?
Yeah, man. I definitely shout out to John Dutch, but New Range is one of my joints on there. Yeah, we gonna spend our last for some champagne. Yeah, so New Range is on there. I definitely like Pimp's Dialect.
Yeah, that's the intro.
Shanahan's is fire. Lifestyle. The most heartfelt song on it is Beat the Odds. And the reason why that song is so, look, I'm getting goosebumps just even talking about that, but the reason why that song is so important to me because that's one of my best partners on the beginning of that album. Unfortunately, he's not with us right now. He's doing 40 years in the Colorado Correctional Facility. But it's crazy how things work. Me and Blanco was in the studio one night, and we was working on the album, and he called me while we was in the studio. So I answered the phone, and I was like, yo, bro, you wanna? I was like, we in the studio right now. I was like, I want to get you on the new album, though. I was like, yo, we gonna put the phone up to the mic. I said, just talk your shit, man. Just say what's on your mind, what's on your heart, what's on your chest, and get it off. And he was able to actually be featured on my album. Was able to talk a few things and how he felt at what he's going through right now, what he's experiencing. So shout out to my brother Ty Nitty, man. You know what I'm saying? We love you, baby. You're going to be home soon, you know what I mean? We're going to keep, you know what I mean? As long as I got breath in my body, he going to be good. You know, make sure that. But that's probably one of my most heartfelt songs on the album. Like, that's with my man Silent Sniper, too. Shout out to Silent Sniper. Yeah. But, Beat the Odds. So, yeah. But, yeah, them is some much. I like the album, though, man. I mean, I like the entire album, man. I like it.
Speaking of Beat the Odds, that's the closing track. Mm-hmm. And, what Ty was saying?
Yeah, Ty, yeah.
It speaks to something you just mentioned about having a certain mentality, right?
Yeah.
Because you can be in a certain place, but if you look at it a certain way, you can look at things negatively or positively, right? There's different ways to look at things.
Right.
And he was talking about his mentality and, how people out here outside are being lazy, right? And not getting to it, not realizing what they have. Mm-hmm. And he's like, once I'm out, like it's on. Like he's going to be a beast, like whatever he said. So that mentality, man, it's important to have a good perspective. Because things are crazy out here, and you get real distracted by some simple stuff.
I mean, but it's cool, right? Because it's actually inspiring for people that's actually not going through that. So it's really cool to see someone who's and the thing about him, I go visit him from time to time. I'm probably due to go visit him here in another week or two. I'll probably go see him in a couple weeks here. But our last conversation when I went to go visit him, he always has his spirits up. So, you know, here it is, I'm doing music, and he's always wanting to know what's going on with my music, what are you doing with the music, where you at, you know what I mean? But here it is, when I go to visit him, and I know his situation, but his spirits is up, it's hard for me to kind of be a complainer, right? I can't be sitting here like, man, and they're about to cut my lights off and all this weird shit, because here's a person right now who's enduring what he's enduring, but he still at the same time has his head up and he's saying, oh, you know what I mean, we counting on you. You know what I mean? I'm counting on you. Like, I tell everybody in here about you. Like, everybody. You know, sometimes if I get you know what I mean, this is my man, this is what my man doing. He just got back from here. He just got back from here. He doing this. Like, so it's hard for you to be that complainer or be that negative person or be that, you know, that Debbie Downer. You know what I mean? You got to, and that's what I'm talking about, having people around you that's going to push you in the right direction. People around you are not going to be a yes man. People around you are going to hold you accountable for your bullshit. Oh, you was drunk last night. Your show sucked. Now you know, yeah, it was a good show. No, it was horrible. You was drunk. You wasn't responsible. You should have been responsible. We have bottles for afterwards. You understand what I'm saying? But these are all things. It's part of the process, because we're just coming into this. You don't know what to do. You know what I mean? You're learning what to do, but your responsibility is to make things right when they're wrong. If you know the shit ain't right, then your responsibility as an artist is to change it and make it right. And that's important. But, I mean, just back to him, I mean, like, you know, that's inspiring, right? Because people hear that, and it's just like, yo, you out here right now. You know what I mean? Don't get caught up with letting your time slip by. Don't get caught up with not chasing your dreams. Don't get caught up with not making some types of goals for yourself or whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you here, the opportunity is here, you can seize it.
Don't get complacent.
You know what I mean? Don't get complacent. I mean, that's important, right? Because you have people that wish they had the opportunity to not be complacent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Damn, man. I love this breakdown. I love this conversation right now.
Yeah, man, come on, baby. We're going to build, T. You already know.
Hey,
Yo,
cheers,
man, come
man.
on, baby. You know what we're going to do every time.
Hey,
We're going to chop it up.
yeah.
Real shit.
So we're out here in Golden, Colorado right now, and something that you brought up to me
Beautiful.
is that you finished your time, your stint out here in Golden,
Man,
Colorado, right down the
Ain't
road
it
from where
beautiful?
we're at right now.
Man, ain't that beautiful how the universe works, man? Ain't it beautiful, man? Let me tell you something, bro. Right where we at, I was just, a few years ago, I was in a correctional facility right down the street from right here. Camp George West. Shout out to my homie Corrupt. Corrupt was on the yard with me. Shout out to, you know what I'm saying, I had some real ones on the yard with me, but shout out to my little bro Corrupt, love him. But and we always talk about it. He's actually a pro boxer right now. Y'all check him out if you get a chance. G thing. But he's a pro boxer. He got his pro card when he got out. But I was right down the street with him. And now I'm doing an interview with you at this magnificent restaurant, right? But it didn't happen like that overnight, and that wasn't my focus when I came home, and I wasn't even didn't even want to do music, didn't even have no thoughts of doing music. Just did music because my cousin had bought a studio and the shit was just there, and we all be over there at the spot, and motherfuckers be drinking, getting high, all kind of shit, and it's just like, yo, y'all not gonna use this shit? There's dust all over this shit, like. And Windsor at the time was still in L.A., so, you know, I'm not a too computer savvy dude, but I know how music's supposed to sound, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm from the old school, so I know how this shit's supposed to sound, but I'm not gonna be on the computer and all that old shit. I'm gonna be like listening, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So there'll be times that Windsor get on FaceTime and he'll be like, yo, go to the computer and just do this or do that, and then you hit record it. I'm gonna send you a beat. And that's kind of how it started, and we just started messing with it and playing with it, and you know what I mean, from that's like, you know, you get the idea like, shit, this shit is not, it's not impossible, especially if you have something to say, right? If you have something to say, people are more apt to listen, unless you're just talking some crazy, you know, gibberish that they ain't really trying to hear. But I felt with just my journey and where I came from and me just coming home, I was like, man, I got something to say. I got some shit on my chest I want to get off. And it was also like a stress reliever going in that studio sometime and just being able to get stuff off your chest, if, you know, because at the time I had just came home. It messed up, but you know what I mean. That's when it's like you get into the momentum of it and the swing of it. But yeah, man, I was at a Camp George West right down the street, man, and I mean, it just goes to show people, man, like it's never too late, right? Like we're putting a lot of limitations on ourselves, right? We say, oh, I'm too old, I'm too big, I'm too slow, I'm not smart enough, you know what I'm saying? But we never say, but I can change that shit, right? Mm-hmm. You could change that dynamic, you know what I mean, with your trainer, your thought though. Because what you really think about most of the time is really what you're gonna be or where you're gonna be. That's just what it is, man. If you sit there and tell yourself every day, man, I'm nothing, I'm worthless, I'm broke, I'm a fuck up, I went this, I did this, oh my God. Or if you say, you know what, let me figure out how I can change this situation because I don't like it anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That becomes your power, or your strength, or your weakness. The way you think about it, you know what I mean? The way you think about the actual situation. So there was just a point where I think for me, it was just a point I started meeting people, right? So we do Beluga Roll. Schemes hears me on something. Schemes puts me on. He puts me on stomach aches with him and Tony T. Moose sees Ice Lord. Me and Ice Lord get Ice Lord sees Royal Penthouse. And me and Schemes also did it's like a short, it's like a long single but short EP, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Like
a one-play joint, you feel me? Then Moose hears Royal Penthouse. Then Moose puts me on to the Return of the Oro. From the Return of the Oro, man, we off to the moon, baby.
No squares and
Then we off to No Squares, and then, you know what I'm saying? So I think just keeping your mind open and keeping, how can I say it? Keeping your mind open and I always just been the type of person that, even though I'm older, I never was like, yo, I'm old. Like, you know, I hear niggas say that shit all the time, like, I'm old and shit. And that shit is like the most corniest shit to me, because I'm like, why are you old? Like, why can't you just be aging? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a difference to me, like, a person aging and a person becoming old.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's a mindset,
I'm aging,
right?
Yeah, I'm aging
Talking
gracefully. So I still was like, yo, I'm gonna still get with these young cats and get in the studio and shit with them and show them what's up with the old man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do it like that. You know what I'm saying? And it becomes competition. You know what I'm saying?
So you were just talking about getting in the booth with the young ones, right?
Yeah.
One of my favorites off the new album, Shanahan's, featuring Grand Combo.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. Let's
Players
talk about
eating
it.
good, having
Shanahan's for dinner. Yeah.
Players eating good, having blue pant for lunch today. Right?
Yeah.
Soon.
Hey, man.
But man, talk about that one. Shanahan's, Colorado.
Shanahan's, man. So Shanahan's is my favorite steakhouse. That's my spot. You know what I mean? I know a lot of people might like Elway's or Morton's. We got some fly shit in Colorado, though. You know what I mean? But I'm going to Shanahan's. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man. And again, just one of those things that, trying to step out of the comfort zone. Listening to the music more, coming up with more concepts as far as like hooks. And like, yeah, man, we just talking that talk, man. I'm not a subscriber to Tinder, but from my friends that do have Tinder accounts, they say the ladies are on there trying to sell them products. So, I just thought it was very fitting for the song. So I'll put it in there, man. And players eating good. We having Shanahan's for dinner, man.
Yeah.
That's what we doing. Like today we eating good. Everywhere I go, I eat good, man. I keep good company. I eat good food. You know what I'm saying? I listen to good music. Yeah, man, I'm just living the life, baby.
Fine dining.
You know what it is, baby. I'm just living the life, man. I'm in the moment. I'm enjoying it. And it's not, I don't want to get it mixed up. Like, yeah, everybody's supposed to start clapping right now. But I don't want to get into everything's perfect in my life and, I don't have my own trials and tribulations or nothing. But I have decided that, I'm going to look at life in a different perspective, and, I'm gonna have Shanahan's. I'm a player. I'm going to be eating good and having Shanahan's for dinner. I'm going to be living this shit up, man, until, they close the lights out on the guy, you know what I mean? But that's what I'm going to be doing.
One of my favorite tracks off the album. That's followed by In the Way, one of the singles off the album.
Okay.
And, man, how we living life to the fullest if we just paying bills.
Man, right? Ain't that it? You know what I'm saying? How we living life to the fullest? Yeah, how we living life to the fullest if we just paying bills? That's actually gonna be my next video. So I'm gonna just let y'all know I got some crazy shit. Get with my executives and talk this out. How we gonna lay this out? But Yeah, man, that's another song that I just want to let the young bros know again. If you're not getting the bag, my bro, you in the way. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I mean, man. And when I say bag, I don't mean just like money. I mean a bag. You know, what are you doing? Are you getting a trade? You getting a skill? Are you going to college? Are you maybe you might want to join the military? But that's the bag, right? Like, what are you doing that's going to propel you to the next stage of your life? That's going to lead you in a right direction, a positive direction. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because if you're not doing that, my dude, you in the way. Let's get the fuck out the way.
Taking up space.
You're fucking it up. You're out here on the corner asking for shit. Like, you in the way. Like, you should be doing something that's productive. And that's what the whole soul basis of that song's about. Just if you're not getting a bag, if you're not pursuing your dreams, if you're not pursuing your goals, if you're not accomplishing things that's not hurting people or stealing from people or taking away from anybody or nothing like that, you're probably in the way, bro. You know what I'm saying? And at this point in life and the way we seeing that things are going with humanity, just humanity itself, like, we probably want to be doing more good than bad. You know what I'm saying? We want to be putting more kindness in the world. We really don't want to be the person that's in the way. You know what I'm saying? So that's where that song went. But that's another one of my songs that another one on the album that I really enjoy too, is In the Way.
Mm-hmm. What was there a certain mindset or something that happened that brought you to write this? Was it just hearing the beat that like brought it out of you? Anything specific?
I think just life, man, just reflecting on life. Like my grandmother, like that part, and I said, I'd be homeless in the streets if it wasn't for Granny. We pressing our luck for big bucks, no whammy. Get the duffel straight, then I'm moving to Miami. Texas Day, Brazil, the Cuban link gave me chills. It's mandatory. We stay with the babies and build, because these vultures and these hyenas is aiming to kill. That's just important, man. Like, let's think about that. It's important we stay with these babies and build, because these vultures and these hyenas, they gonna send them to the prison yard, bro. The prison is a big business, bro. And if they don't send them to prison, bro, they're gonna be another casualty. So we're not teaching the youth, or we're not building with the babies. That's our responsibility. It's not about like, oh, that's not my kid, or no, I'm too busy. No, motherfucker, you made it to a certain age. It's your responsibility to share your experiences, your knowledge, your wisdom, your understanding with the children. Mm-hmm. To hope they take heed and go into a positive direction and not be in the way. So it's just a lot of mixed feelings emotionally when writing this song. I think the beat kind of just brought it out of me like that, but I think it was more just a lot of shit that I just remember. My grandmother, you know, she was an entrepreneur. She came from Tallahassee, Florida, you know, with 5 kids, you know what I mean, with 6 kids, you know, single black woman, you know, first black woman in Colorado Springs to open a beauty salon, you know, very, very well respected and prominent woman in the community of Colorado Springs. You know, it's just, I just thought about a lot of stuff, you know, that I was like, damn, I wish I could hug her and just tell her that what she did actually is inside of me. You know what I'm saying? And just those little different lines and different things I actually put into the song. But it was basically just about just not being in the way. You know, Get the fuck out the way. If you don't want to do nothing, well, get the fuck out the way. Let the people that want to move and move forward and be prosperous, let them do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Love that breakdown. Love it, man. Great song, too.
Thank you.
So let's not skip over the feature from the legend.
Yeah.
As Palaces.
Bitch, shut up, you with the dandadas. Fill them with the dicks and he burn love. KW's with St. Will struck in the chain swing. We the facts that remain when the gang got I'm laid up at the W.
Come on, man, the Fly's Palaces.
Fly's Palaces,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
That's a crazy track. I love your flow on that one.
Right.
That's a fast-paced one. Not the Pimp's dialect, I'll say that's like the classic O flow.
Yeah, right.
I like when you get on the fast-paced one.
Right,
it's a little different.
They got me in my trap bag, right?
Yeah.
They got me in my they got the old man in his trap bag.
A little bit like that.
Yeah.
So where did he record that? Did he record that from Mars, from outer space? Where was he doing
he
that?
Definitely, he recorded,
He turned into an alien to record that?
He's that guy, man. So, and that's the beautiful thing about working with someone like Laz, again, get you out your comfort zone, right? You know what I mean? The crazy thing about it was he's been on tour, man. So shout out to Laz, man. He on tour right now. He on tour right now with Shabazz Palaces and Diggable Planets. This man's a monster. You know what I'm saying? Like he's like.
I don't know anybody else doing
he's
that.
Not,
being
yeah,
part
he's
of both
not.
features,
He's not
right?
human, man. So, but he recorded it out in Seattle, and it was crazy because I was like, yo, make my voice sound like that too on mine. You know what I mean? But he was just so caught up with work, and he was so busy that he wasn't able to get with his engineer to get it done. But he did amazing job on it, man. The coat, the feathers in the coat come from a peacock. You know what I mean? We just have fun with it, man, and always love working with him, man. This is actually our third song together. We have Heavyweights. And then we have Scarface Mace.
Scarface Mace recently.
Yeah,
Scarface
on his album. And then we have
cool
Fly's
track and
Palaces,
visual for
man.
that one too.
Yeah, Scarface Mace was awesome,
Yeah,
man. It was
check out
very
the
fun.
visuals
Yeah,
for that,
yeah,
everyone.
yeah, that was crazy. And I had an actual solo song on last Shabazz album. So
That's
you know,
cool, man.
Shabazz
That's-
Palaces. So I mean, we doing big things, man. We just pushing. We trying to stay positive, but yeah, man, that's really big for me because I've been a fan of Digable Planets. I probably was one of the biggest Digable Planets fans in the '90s ever. So to be able to work with him is not only just very humbling for me. It's like very endeared to my heart because me and him became like we're like that's like my big bro, man. He came. They did a show, man, like in Colorado Springs a while back at Colorado College, and he gave us some free tickets to come to the show. And that was our first initiative of just meeting each other and talking. There was the Shabazz Palaces show, and we went. Me and my cousin, one of my partners, we went to the show. And then from there, man, we kind of just hit it off, man. I mean, he's a very personable dude, very, very, very cool dude. Probably one of the coolest human beings I know. Like, very cool dude. Then from there, moving forward, we came out with the Beluga Roll project. We had a song on there, the Heavyweight song, and we wanted to get him on it. So I reached out to him, man, just on blind faith, and he was like, cool. You know what I mean? Didn't charge me nothing for it. I was broke as shit. Didn't charge me nothing for it, nothing. We're like, yo, we want to do a video. Cool. Came out to Colorado. Clever actually shot the video. My little cousin produced it. And, man, from there, man, we kind of just hit it off, man. And our relationship has just been just solid ever since, bro. Just like real simple, man. And that's what I say about that reaching shit, man. Like, if you don't reach and you just build these genuine relationships, man, I think in the end game, it comes out so much better, man, because you're not reaching, you know what I mean? You know, you having an actual relationship with the person, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
That's awesome, man. Great connection to have, and it sounds like a great relationship, too.
Yeah.
Like, even outside of music,
Yes,
you can
yes,
just
yeah.
talk about whatever, so that's awesome, man.
Definitely.
That's really cool. So, I mean, we could sit here and talk about the album track by track all day, but,
Yeah.
you know, we'll let the people go listen and get their
Yeah.
own interpretation and, you know, come back here for some context for the album. But, yeah, guys, definitely go check that out. Horror's Antidote on all streaming platforms right now. Anywhere that it can be purchased, or you have physicals?
Yeah, we
Any
do.
plan for that
We
stuff?
we actually have the T-shirts, and we do have CDs. I will be posting that up on my Instagram, the link to everything. All other links will be on my Instagram, and that's just O Finess, O_Finess, FINESS 78. But yeah, we do actually have some merchandise. We're actually working on doing a vinyl run with the album as well. I mean,
you know, one's coming my way, right?
Yeah.
We getting the
Come
first
on,
one.
man. T, come on, baby.
Let's
Always,
go, baby.
Always.
Hey, cheers.
Yeah.
Let's,
Thank you.
whew, we out here, man. We out here.
Yeah, man. We living
Real
life, man.
soon.
Blue Pan Pizza, man. We out here. It's good. Yeah, we do it the Knackers, man. We from the hood, man.
Yeah.
We ain't playing with it. We get a little. Let's see. So how's this work, T-Mac? We just going out off
Hey,
we
whatever
just
you
grab
want,
it.
man. Just grab
Right
it.
here. All right,
Yeah,
bro.
you know.
All right,
Fine
bomb.
dining here, you know.
Fine dining. And this is with the vegan sausage and the vegan
See,
pepperonis.
You know, I usually don't do the vegan sausage and pepperoni, but we're gonna do
Okay.
it today. Okay, we out here.
That's crazy. Yo, the pepperoni is crazy.
That's good, man. Good flavor still.
This looks amazing.
If you guys haven't been to Blue Pizza, come on out. Tell them DJ TMac sent you.
Come to
And
Blue
yeah,
Pan,
yeah,
man.
you'll see
Come-
me in the
come-
kitchen. Y'all
yeah.
see me in that window back there.
Yo, come to Blue Pen. This is amazing, man. I'm not even gonna hold y'all, man. This is crazy.
We ain't
This is
kidding.
very good pizza, man.
We ain't kidding, man. The ad lib is for real. Fine dining
Fine
over here,
dining.
even with pizza. You know,
Lay it on me.
This is the highest level of pizza that you're gonna find out here in Colorado. World Championship pizza right here. Okay,
Yo.
Come down, see your boy, get some pizza. All
Blue
right.
Pen Pizza, shout out. New location, Golden, Colorado, man.
That's
Google
right.
it.
Oh, you got the full experience,
Yo,
man.
man, I got the full experience, man. And if I was gonna have you make me a pizza, it'd be this Brooklyn joint with the tavern crust, with the vegan pepperonis, with the vegan sausage, and the ricotta cheese.
Ooh.
And I'm out of there, man.
That's all we need.
And I'm out of there with the strawberry.
That strawberry IPA.
Strawberry IPA was amazing, man.
It's too good, man.
That
It's
was
too good.
really
We're gonna have to
good,
get
man.
you another one.
Yeah, we had to get another one. That was really a good brew. I got to find out who's putting those together.
Yeah.
It's nice, man.
Once again, y'all, we here at Blue Pan Golden.
Yo.
Thank you for checking out this conversation. Make sure you come and support Blue Pan. Make sure you're supporting O Finess and
I
Horror's
appreciate y'all,
Antidote,
man.
the new
Thank you.
album out now.
Thank you so much, T-Mac.
I mean, this is a great conversation. We're going to do another one when the next project is here. And yeah, man, appreciate you coming out, taking the time.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you having me, man. I appreciate, like I said before at the beginning of the interview, man, I appreciate everything you've done for us. For me, I want to give you your flowers now while you can smell them. Man, you've always been very supportive, always been very hospitable and kind, and I appreciate it, man. Always been inspiring and motivating. So thank you for having me come. Thank you for allowing us to have some of this great food.
Come on, no question.
Shout out to Schemes and his lady Carolyn for coming in. Did I say that right? Am I messing? No, it's not. Carolina. Shout out to Schemes in Carolina for coming out and supporting us. But yeah, man, this is all family with me, man. It's all love. And it's the shit I'm talking about, man. Support your own, man. You know what I mean? Support your own. You know, work with your own, you know what I mean? And then when y'all get to where y'all getting to, you know what I mean, we're going to go to Shanahan's, you know what I mean? Then we're going to double back to
eating good,
Blue
having
Pan,
Shanahan's
baby.
for
You know what
dinner.
it is, man. So, but thank you,
Blue
brother.
Pan for lunch, Shanahan's
Love,
for
man.
dinner.
Love, family.
Let's go.
Thank you.
These young niggas ain't got no content because these young niggas ain't using their mind. They ain't going to school. They don't know how to use their vocabulary words. They don't know how to use certain words. These niggas ain't players no more. So what we looking at is these niggas running around with what? A bunch of niggas. Oh, I'ma shoot you. What happened to niggas talking about the player lifestyle? I picked up the honey, man. We went to the park, I knocked her down and what happened to that, my nigga? These niggas ain't talking about no player shit no more, man. Because they hanging around with a bunch of niggas.
Load me up. The crew neck is made from pima cotton and silk. Blueberries in the almond milk. I pack a quilt. The 10% was never ashamed of the guilt. I'm playing chess in the house that the father built. Derringer, leather holster, Fendi loafers, champagne on the golden coaster, golden frame for the Goldian Slim poster. I'm standing on a giant's shoulder. I'm defying never sober. The smile of a dying soldier as he waves goodbye to the culture. The man had an hourglass figure. The 40 cal had a hair trigger. The chair's wicker, playing lost and turned out by the whispers. It's hard to ignore the whispers. They knew the Lord sent us. No weapon formed against us. Make sure these non-believers bear witness. I had to place my best and face the threats. Stand out the window of a private jet. I have loved ones that die for respect. It's better than live with regrets. 10 bands in the Ralph Lauren sweats. Don't get caught snoring without the tech. Pineapple Fanta mixed with the high tech. And I speak with a pimp's dialect. I speak with a pimp's dialect. Finesse.
What do you